making bread, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to make bread, right? I have my, I'm going to give you the super fast version, right?
Yes,
okay.
that's fine.
I have Paula. I'm going to give Paula 1:5:5 ratio to make my new Paula. Put her to the side. When I get my whatever's left of the original Paula, I'm going to get my leaven, 50 grams, 100 flour, 100 water. That's my leaven. Put it to the side. This will rise way faster than Paula because this one has less food. So once Paula is ready, 1,000 grams of flour, 680 grams of water, depending on your home, and 20 grams of salt. And then all the new leaven, every single drop is going into your mixture. That's why I like leaven. That you, once you make the leaven, you don't have any discard at that point.
Make leaven out of ingredients.
Yes, yes. So the leaven you're using all 250 grams. That's what it calls for. If you're going to make a recipe for something, that's what's nice about leaven because you make specifically the amount that you need for that recipe. Even if it's not your bread. If you're making, like, let's say pizza dough or something, and it requires, you calculate how much leaven do I need, and I'm able to work with it a lot faster than just regular stuff. So then you incorporate all of them, you let it rest for 30 minutes. After you let it rest, you bring it on, you do your scoop and fold. Remember, like you're beating it like an egg. Put it on the counter. This is where you let out your aggression, you slap and fold, right? If you're having a rough day, this is the perfect thing for you.
The scoop and fold is using the Dutch hook, is that right?
No,
To make shaky, or am I totally messing up?
as soon as you incorporate all your ingredients, that's what you're using your Dutch, your
So the scoop and fold doesn't pick a folding method?
thing.
Okay.
So what I'm sorry?
The scoop and fold, that's where you're picking a folding method?
Yeah, after you let it rest, after the Danish hook, then you're going to do the scoop, where you scoop it like an egg, and you put it on your counter after that, and you slap and you fold it over itself. Put it to the side, let it rest. After that, we have the grab and fold. Remember where we grabbed? Think about it like you had a squared bowl, 4 sides. Pick it up.
Wait, so we need.
Oh, so you have to do all the folds that you taught.
Yes.
I thought we were like picking.
No. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
and
why.
we're waiting between each
Yeah,
fold.
that's why it's nice because you kind of leave it, you go do something else, you come back and do a little fold. And these are simple folds that it's not going to take you 30 minutes to do though.
Okay.
Like whenever I was doing these, I did these 10 loaves yesterday, the day before yesterday. And I was able to do all those little folds as I was walking by doing stuff.
Gotcha.
So then you grab, do your stretch and fold. You stretch it, remember 4 sides?
Yeah.
And then you leave it. Go do something else, 30 minutes. After that, you're going to do your hook and fold.
Yeah.
Where you grab the dough, remember you stretch it a little bit, and when you see the stretching fibers against the bowl, you let it go a little bit and you fold it onto itself. And you do it all over again until it does a free release. At that point, it does a clean release. You turn it over 180, do the same thing to the other side until you're able to lift your dough that it kind of looks like a little caterpillar almost on your hands. And at that point, you tuck it and then you let it rest. You set to the side. Every time that you're letting it rest, you either cover it with your wrap or like a damp towel or something. You don't want the top of your dough to dry out.
And
So
is
you want
this
to be
sorry to interrupt you, is this the
no,
banding
the mannequin is at the end.
at the end? Okay, perfect. That's just, okay.
Yeah,
So
this is
a
just like
normal-
on the
Okay.
So then after that, that's where you do the gravity, where you flip it over, you just kind of wait there until it falls. At that point, you divide it. If you did the full recipe, you get 2 loaves out of it. If you halved it, then you don't divide it at all. You just use what you have. Like here, I divided the recipe to 2. Usually I have 1 whole loaf, and the lamination process is the point where I split it, and I have 2 loaves at that point. And then you laminate, where that's where you stretch it. Remember, you're going to aim for a rectangle. If you're going to incorporate anything, this is where you incorporate. If not, then you just fold in thirds, and then you fold in thirds again. The fold side is what's going to be on the bottom, so you want to turn it over, and then you do your what do we call it? Where you slide and tuck, basically.
Big toe.
Scoop and tuck. I'm trying to give you the best version.
Yes.
The scoop and tuck. So you scoop your hand and tuck it in, and you let it rest on the counter, and the countertop for about 30 minutes or so. Go watch a show. That's what I do. Usually do my bread at night. I go watch an episode, come back to it. And then you, right before you put it in the Banneton, you do your scoop and tuck again, and you drop it into the Banneton. And you can let it rest, and then you do your pinching afterwards. The pinching is very important because that is what's going to tell your bread that it has to stay in the ball. Because all those fibers, the gluten fibers have been working, so you're telling your bread to have memory, to stay like this whenever you throw it into the ovens. If you just throw it in the oven, usually what you'll have is you'll have like this hole in the middle because it wasn't tucked in all the way. So you want to make sure that you do that final tuck at the end, so it will really stay like a good loaf. And that should be pretty much it.